Hello indeed. I said was today. It's gonna be the day. I'm super. Hands are covered in calluses. Sorry. Oh, not covered. Just got some. Them days where I said I was gonna be super efficient, grinding all that. I was not. I was not that super efficient grinder. Well, I thought I could be, but I wasn't efficient as I thought. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's been a bit of a weird day. Yeah. Don't know what a pause was for. But yeah, for simple. I've woke up, was like, oh, let me get grinding. Started. Okay, that was good. Kept going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I did it. I can't tell you how much I've done today. Because I don't know. Looking at an overall, not much. Could have been more. So, I had a cone in my hat, make sure it goes away. But, simple as, I think I know the method, kind of, more than I did yesterday, more than I thought I did, more than I followed today. So I'm just around, yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, I was going to talk about just act. Nah, not going back on the decision. Okay. Point is, I'm saying this because obviously you can go back on a decision because you thought it was a wrong thing, or you know it was wrong, or you think, oh, I know I made a mistake and it hurt somebody maybe. So yeah, maybe you can go back on a decision. But most of the time, if you make a decision, stick to it on a usual basis. Is my leg bleeding? Oh my god. But it's bleeding. Oh my god. Anyway, my leg's bleeding. What blood? Okay, I'll deal with that in a sec. Well, thing is, if you try to go back on a decision, it's most of the time. Sorry, it's like it's 12:57, at least for me. Most of the time, when you're doing a decision, you come to a conclusion that you keep going back and forth because the choice you had before was better. No, the choice you have now is better. You keep going there and bad to the point where you're just delaying it, and that's what I do. I talked about this before, but saying it now. What I'm trying to tell you is stop delaying it. You make a decision, stick to it. Maybe it's the wrong decision, but maybe it's going to be an even worse decision than the one you already made if you go back on the decision you already made. Most of the things you have to do, most of the decisions you have to do are time-based in some sense of the word. And when you have that kind of time, and suddenly you're going there and back on the choice you made, eventually you're going to run out, or you're going to have less. And either way, it's not going to be a good decision. That's whatever you picked first, better or for the worse. As long as you did something, and that's enough. And I think a lot of time there's so many scenarios that can't just apply to everything. Like I said already, some scenarios you will have to go back, and some scenarios that's more that's gonna set you back. Or maybe you just know like how many, or just really do like the decision you made, but you think it's the wrong one, or someone convinces you otherwise, and you go back on it and you shouldn't. The only person who should choose the decision you made is you. And a lot of time, if you did something really bad, it's usually pretty clear to know. Most of the time, I don't really know. I haven't been in every scenario in the world. Why would I know? But the point is, I think it's a lot easier to keep going down the same path than to admit a fault and go back on it. And that's very true. But a lot of time, I think you should do that. But the other time, I think when you make a decision, that you have to realize how much time it's gonna take to go back on it and take another choice. If I'm level 1 in a game, I get to level 100 and then suddenly I'm like, oh, I want to switch. I'm level 1 again. I go do that whole thing again. That's what it is. It's going back for the same grind you've already done, and I think that feels more tedious than anything you've already done. Going back and forth to decide, is this right, is that right, is this right? You just gotta choose and go. A lot of time you have to. That's just how things are. But that's not entirely true. You make it how you want to make it. You see it that way if you want to. I could say right now that I could see it as a one choice or the other. But that's because I imposed it on myself, I think. I think that's what it is. It's the freedom of choice, and you put that, well, you restricted your own freedom the moment you gave yourself that choice, because no one else gave it to you. And even if someone does that really need to apply? You gotta think about these kind of things when you're doing these kind of small decisions. Even you just gotta think, are these really restrictions that need to be here, or someone just told me to do this because they think this will help, or what I should do? And the question after that is, should I be doing what someone else is putting on me? If it helps you, then sure. If it doesn't, then don't. If it's annoying, then maybe don't. It's up to you. Some rules are in place to help people, and you probably know that. And to keep peace or whatever else, but maybe sometimes you'll think it's just a load of baloney. Just a whole lot of nothing. Keep going. Anyway, I'm getting way off topic. Whole point is, stick to the choice you made. Don't change it, or else you'll probably regret it. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm back in this room. Oh yeah, I went rock climbing today, so my hands are kind of calluses. I don't know why my leg's bleeding though. That's just so random. Okay, maybe I kind of know. I don't know. It's a cut in my leg, I think. Maybe a hole in my leg, tiny hole. Who knows? Probably a hole. Who knows? But either way, I should probably deal with both of those things. So I'm going to bed.